Hello and welcome. Today we will be talking about should modern women share their men? What you think? Let's talk about it. But we gonna wait for some people to get in the room. And if you're watching a replay, you can skip right past this and go straight to the show. Hey, Real Talk. Hey, sweetie. Welcome. I know it's nice and early. Hey, Miss Lee. Yep. Do not forget to hit that like on your way in. Then we're going to start the show. Because we want to hear what Mr. Samuels has to say. And do you ladies agree? First, we're going to put this up here because it looks really cute. It looks really cute. But it's a disclaimer. Let's get this show on the road. Whoever's late, gotta catch the replay.
X, Y, and Z, and those old, stupid, antiquated.
How much life insurance can I get without?
Men, don't understand how great and glamorous and wonderful women are. Oh, but how times have changed. How times have changed. How times have changed. And now the rest of the world is waking up to the notion that the Petro principle that exists in everything, 80%, 20%. When you force a man to the top, you have people competing for a scarce resource. So I want to put this concept here out to women in general, Black women in particular. In Generation X, Black women we're getting higher and higher numbers in corporate America than their Black male counterparts. You were accepting white collar positions. We've talked about the things that have made the disparity. But the biggest difference is it's not about money. What this work that I've done has made me realize more than anything else is it's not about money, it's about lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
And women have become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and they will die rather than go backwards. Now, they can say what they want to, but I know I've seen the truth. These focus groups, by the way, the focus group in Atlanta is full. I have a couple of backup spots, but first, let's talk about the focus groups. What I'm doing with these focus groups is I'm getting the word from the people in the field, professional men and women in major cities around this country, and I'm sitting down talking to them myself on my own dime. So to my critics and detractors, you can say what you want about me, but I will say this to anybody who listens to people: you need to look at the men that are following the people you talk about, because that's who they're actually speaking to and for.
Light.
And the purpose of these focus groups is to get information. But whatever comes out of this is going to come out. And I guarantee you, I'll put the results of my stuff over here and what we're doing against 20 more people to drop a donation, man. Come on now. The thing is, ladies, you ladies want a lifestyle. If you don't follow the instructions, I'm not even responding. And you must attend. You have to attend in person,
10 what? Oh.
not Zoom call. You got to come out and show up.
Mm-mm.
We've done enough online. We got to get in the field down. Stores mark stuff down. And if you can go get something at Tom Ford, if you can go get a shirt at Saks Fifth Avenue that's Tom Ford and go to the Tom Ford boutique and one is 15% off, you're going to go where it costs less, especially if it's the same item. Ladies, you're worth less. Even though you feel like you're worth more because you're older, you're more mature, you're worth less because you're not in your sexual marketplace prime. So what am I saying? I'm saying that if you're over 35 as a woman and you want to date men that are around your age, you're going to have to share him. That's the problem. That's what you hear all these women talking about. Can you be loyal? Can you be faithful? No, they don't have to.
No.
Don't have to.
Yeah, they do.
You just need to decide how many women you're going to share with. If you're a smart woman, in my opinion, you need to decide how many women you're going to share with. It has to at least be 2. Well, I'm not saying at least 2, at least 1. At least 1. You're going to have to share with at least 1. And here's the problem.
What?
Women are hot about this concept. And I sat there and I wondered, why are we seeing all these 35-year-old, 40-year-old women who I think are attractive, who are educated, who got their shit together? I see them, but when I date them, I'm like, I see why you're single.
Yeah.
I understand why you're single. You prioritized your career, and you're not as easy to get along with as women who are younger. And what you deliver, the pressure that happens when you deal with a woman around 35 is immense because they want to get married quickly and they want to have children. You're not.
See, the problem is him, like every other man who speaks upon older women and younger men, what they mean is more, I can mold you. Hey, Caroline. She's sweeter than cherry pie. My Caroline. Always good to see you, sis. Yeah, the meaning of that is I can mold you. Like, you are not set in no way. You're not set in any of your ways. I can mold you the way I want you to. I want to be molded. So I need you to be younger, because the sexual drive really comes in after 40. The sexual drive for women goes up, and the sexual drive for men comes down. So y'all men, as you get older, y'all want some good stuff, but we don't know how long it's gonna last. We don't know how long it's gonna last. Maybe 5, 10, 15. I don't know. I'm not a man. I'm just saying. For women over 40, baby, it gets fine as wine. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Jessica. They crazy. They all crazy. They all crazy. They could sit up there and have all these babies, all these broken house homes. People think that going on a trip is beautiful. Yeah, a trip is for the family. A trip is not being there for me every day. A trip is different from coming up to my school. I mean, being, kids here, kids there, kids everywhere. No, I mean, shouldn't the kids be owed something like you didn't have? Or if you had it, didn't you enjoy it? Like mother and father in the house? I'm just saying. But that's what that means. Because when men get older, it's like, no, actually, y'all price decreases. And you're not really molding these young girls. You're just taking care of these young girls. And they're like, hey, I riding like a cowboy, but I'll take that Birkin bag. I ride like a cowboy. And get me that Maybach. What else you want? That's it. But older women know what they want, and no man, or a lot of men, don't like women who knows what they want. Know what they want. Know what how to get it. I mean, we're not supposed to know these things. Only they supposed to know it. But once we know, not the fact of what we want, once we know how to get it, it's a threat to some men. It's a threat. She knows how to get it. Knowing what you want is one thing, but knowing how to get it is another. And that is a threat. Like, I know how to get me some money, let's say the legal way. I know if I finish school, I know I can get a good job, or I know I can sing, or I know I got art. Regardless of whatever a woman chooses to do, the fact is we know how to do it. So that becomes a problem. Because how do you lead and direct a person and have them do what you want them to do if they know how to get it? Like, if everything that you can buy them, they know how to get it themselves. So it's like, what I do? And it doesn't take away from you being a man. It doesn't take nothing away from you being a man. But for some men, it does. Some men, it really does. So, hey, what do you want us to do?
I'm not gonna rush a man who is higher value than you down the aisle to have children with a woman who's older. You misplayed your hand. And this is what you're gonna have to deal with. If you want, so here's the rubber meets the road. Let me talk to you over here, because what you're starting to see, more women of value. You're starting to see more women who are making money settling for men who are younger than them. How many times every day you're starting to see a woman who's 49 or 50-year-old getting caught with a 25-year-old? Why? Because you have because that's approximately what your value is. You can't get caught with a 50-year-old man. He's with the 25-year-old. Now, my question is, why are women who had their glory day, your heyday, you had your time where you're getting flued out and getting into VIP and this and that. Why do you expect a man now who had to become who he was? You just had to maintain your value. Why do you expect? See, women don't want fairness. They want all of it. They wanted to have that glory day, and then they want to get a high value man. And they want monogamy, strict monogamy. Okay, so I'm going to ask the ladies over here. Ladies, why do you want? Why are you demanding that a man is monogamous to you? Why are you demanding that a man is monogamous to you? Let's bring in Instagram. Why are you demanding that a man is monogamous to you when you're in your 30s? Or you're even, why? We want to hear it because when I sit back and I look at them, I'm like, I get why they're upset, but why are they upset? Because they can't get a man? Or are they upset because the man they want have options? That's the problem. And it's the man that you want have options, and you know they have options.
Everybody got options.
And you know damn well that they're going to exercise them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in some folks.
Everybody got, hey, baby.
I'm gonna open up the Zoom line right now. And I'm also going to bring in ladies. I want to only speak to women. I want to speak to the women who are upset with the fact that they're going to have to share a man. And let me tell you another reason why you're going to have to share a man. There are more women than men.
Man.
In Black America, if every marrying age Black man were to get married, there would still be 2.6 million Black women left. And see, that number gets thrown off. And that's why now this whole swirling and divestment movement. But ladies, there are more females of every race than males. So Brad, Lee, Ahmed, and Enrique aren't going to solve the problem either. Get the likes up or the chat room goes off. Brad, Lee, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique aren't going to solve the problem either. There are more women than men of every race. And ladies,
Thank
the
you.
higher
Everybody
you go
got
up, I'm not
options.
going to even say socioeconomically, I'm going to say the higher you go up in lifestyle. Lifestyle, gentlemen, is what it's about. It's about lifestyle. Lifestyle. The higher you go up in lifestyle, the more it becomes like a pyramid. The more you want, the harder it's going to be to get it. So,
I get what you're saying, but that doesn't mean a woman have to go for it. Some women go for it, especially these young girls. They go for it. Older women is not going for it, and not every man. Yes, it's more accessible or it's more easier when men with big pockets, they can flaunt their money. And some women like to be taken care of. So in their mind, you take care of me. As long as you give me what I want, I ain't got nothing to do with that over there. But some women just ain't going for that. You have plenty of time to play. You have plenty of time to play. That's what the younger years are for. Exactly, King. That's what the younger years are for, men. To have all the at some point you gotta grow up. And then he's not even speaking upon polygamy. He's not saying spiritually marry these women. What he's saying is you straight up got the shit, like Nick Cannon, like just put up in the thing like a Nick Cannon or a Future, one of them. They ain't even sister wives. They're not sister wives. And y'all see that one of that sister wives show? See that lady, one of the wives left. She was like, bye. Nope. She been with that man 26 years. And then she finally realized it's time for me to go. I don't like being sharing. See, that's the part they don't tell you about in polygamy. They don't tell you about when these women get older, a lot of them leave. A lot of them leave. Not considering women that are not interested in men, I just want to be single. Yeah, a lot of them, when they get older, now you start getting a little bit more selfish with yourself, which is good. You start getting a little bit more selfish. All that kumbaya and we all one. And, when you start getting older, you start getting selfish. You start wanting to do things for you. Because forget about getting a man. Hey, Donna. Donna, your show was really good the other day. I meant to leave a message on the thing. I be catching my sister out. You gotta have me come up there one day. We gotta do something. We gotta do something. I forgot what I was saying. But what was I saying? I'll be forgetting stuff real quick. Oh yeah, but now once you start getting older and wiser, now you want to start taking trips. You want to see the world. You don't want to be sit up there. We already took like four. Let's say a man got 3 wives or 4 wives. Us 4 women done took care of you long enough. Now it's time to take care of ourselves. We don't look after you. This one cook. You go from house to house and all this other stuff. Nobody don't have no time for that when they start getting older. They want to live. And nobody, I told you that. I should have showed the clip of it. I'll probably do that tomorrow. That lady, she been with that man. I don't know who watched that show, but it's on TV. And it was 4 of them. But the the one man with the wives. I think it's like 16 kids all together. She got one kid left that's under 18. The rest of them are grown. She's like, I'm taking my kids with me. Like, you ain't taking my daughter. Yeah, I am. That polygamy stuff is over with. I don't need these other women to take care of my daughter anymore. Them days are done. It depends. I don't like the one-sidedness of the combos. You're right. A lot of women are having divorce parties and happy not to be married. Not all marriages benefit women. Yeah, exactly. When these women start getting older, it's just something in you, especially especially when you like 45 and over, 45 and over, you start weaning yourself out of, unless like you have kids and you baby them and you can't get them out the house and you keep doing for your kids, and that's the only time you really you're not selfish, when your kids take advantage of you. But far as that polygamy and sharing men and all that other stuff, when you get a certain age, baby, they rather be by themselves, and I don't blame them. All right, Jess, sweetie, thank you. As I say, you people rather no, people rather go see the waterfalls and go into Niagara Falls and cook what they want to cook and get up what they want to get up. They don't want to be, oh my God, well, he's with this one tonight, well, he was that one tonight. And then the worst thing, or one of the worst feelings to have, is to have somebody and still feel lonely. When you get a certain age, one of the worst feelings, well, any age really, is to have somebody and still feel lonely. So you know what? When you get a certain age, I tell you, you get a little bit selfish. Then you say, you know what? I'd rather be by myself then. And that's when a lot of, like, look at Blair Underwood. He's now filing for divorce. Look how many older couples that we've seen, they've been with their wives for a long time, are now getting a divorce. Their kids got a certain age, and they're like, ugh, bye. Look at Sylvester Stallone. He's getting a divorce, and everybody getting a divorce after they've been with somebody 20, 30 years. Because when somebody make you feel lonely, you'll go for that when you're younger, because you got your girlfriends and you're spending up all their money and you're in the hottest places. But when you get a certain age, you don't feel like going out like you used to. You're not young no more. So when that man still thinks he's young and want to go out and you feeling lonely, I might as well be lonely then. Bye. But we're going to continue.
Lifestyle on the track, man. The more you want a Honda Accord. You don't want a Honda Accord lifestyle. You don't want a teacher at high school lifestyle. You don't want that. Ladies, you need to be honest with yourself. And that's what this conversation is for. Ladies, if you want a foreign sedan lifestyle, a lifestyle where a man is making at least $75,000. Let's talk about Black people, okay? Only 9% of Black women earn $75,000 or more. Yeah, Kevin, but that's just all women. What about Generation X? Generation X women make more. Yes, Generation X women make more, but you also have lower sexual marketplace value. You wanna know how I can tell? Straight off the bat, weight. Your weight throws you massive.
Your poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew.
Lifestyle woman in Generation X, but you are out of shape. Boom.
So it's him.
And I'm working on putting together something to explain it very simply, to give a woman an approximation just an approximation of what her actual S&D is. Because this is why so many women resist rankings and don't like to be ranked and all this other kind of stuff. Because rankings make women feel a certain kind of way. They're like, well, I don't want to be ranked because then it's real. It's real. You can walk around with 9 or 10 energy, but when you are average at best, that is what it is. Hello? You need to turn off the TV in the background or whatever's going on back there.
Hey, laugh out loud.
How are you?
Exactly. Rank yourself.
How old are you?
Welcome.
Okay. Could you back up a little bit up the camera? You're 26? Okay. All right. So, are you prepared to share? You're almost in the danger zone. Are you single or are you married? Say again. Single?
Yeah, single.
Oh yeah. By the way, guys, Instagram is having issues these days. I got 5 bars over here, high speed connection. This is Instagram, not me. You're single. Any children? Any children?
No children.
So what do you have? What is the question you have for me?
Like, I know there's a lot of like stereotypical like stuff right now going on with like 26. Like, there's a lot of like, how can I say, not knowing like what to do in life and like looking for discipline. Because what I have, I just got in a relationship in December, and it was kind of like I was the side chick and I didn't know I was getting. So, yeah, it was just a big mess where I thought it was like, in the beginning, I thought it was.
What is the question, man? What are you talking about?
Okay, so I just walked on.
He was the angel of, wow.
Share a man. Well, if you were a side chick, you were sharing a man.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, and no offense, but so many women today want to be the main chick. But why can't you be that?
Well, I'm no main chick. I want to be the chick.
Self-respect, not knowing your worth. I feel like that's what it is. I mean, I grew up in church,
How tall are you?
I'm sorry.
How tall are you?
Damn, she ain't even finished.
Dress size?
Dress size, less than 14.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
None of your business.
210.
None of your business.
That's with self-respect. At 26 years old, there's no way you should be 210 pounds as a woman. I mean, is that shocking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't have self-respect for myself. My worth, there's balance.
Well, even if you had let's just say you had a lot of self-respect.
Yeah, they winning.
Why would a man, especially if you want to go have a higher lifestyle man, do you see men who marry women that are 200 pounds plus as the norm?
Did you do a show on that?
Okay, so this is why I think.
Did you ever do a show on side chicks or winning? We got to do a show on that, Donna. Are the side chicks winning? We got to do a show on that because they winning, but when karma hit their ass, they're not going to be winning. When karma hit their butt, because you get them, how do you say, you lose them the way you got them. You lose them the way you got them. Unless, you live in England and your name is Camilla, you went from side chick to now queen consort. You can be the queen consort, So rather than that, no, you may have a baby. You may have see, a lot of the side chicks see, they rush and have a baby with the man because they figure that I may not be the main chick, but even though this person got him, we in their minds they're thinking we still on the same level though. We still a baby mama. We both still baby mamas. He still got to spend time with both of our kids. He's still in both of our lives. So what? What? Yeah. And I think that's the most stupidest thing ever. Got my mind on Real Talk with Rita. And she's a beautiful person. She's a beautiful person. Oh yeah, and Donna has. Oh, I love her topics. When we get like halfway, I'm gonna show y'all some of her topics because her voice is like she has a nice, soothing voice, and when she talks, you really think she's a host. Hopefully, one day she get that podcast. She get her own podcast. Her voice it just fits everything. Like I'm nasal because I suffer from seasonal allergies and I'm allergic to some of everything. So I'm always nasal. But Donna got the voice, boy. Ooh, she got the nice voice, the soft music, but she got a terrific channel. But let me get back to this. So you get both. It's sad because I could do bad by myself. Hello. But people don't realize, especially women, believe me, besides the women that's like just lost their spouse or never felt always done, you know. But I gotta start leaving something. But even a woman lost her spouse or they're going through a hard time in their life, and they would be the ones that it's not the fact that they're lonely, but they think that they're lonely because they want that feeling back again. Whatever feeling that left them, they want it back. And that is like open season for con artists. Like, once you haven't lost somebody and you know yourself and you know how to get what you want. Like I said, it's not the point of knowing what you want. It's the fact is you know how to get what you want. That's what gets men very upset when you know how to get it. Like, I ain't gotta wait for you. But besides them women, the other women, like I said, depending on like if they lost a spouse or they lost something, or they're going through like or maybe the spouse that they had is doing like so well and so happy, like everybody else around them is happy. That opens the door to con artists. That's the type of women, the older women that men look for. You know, the ones who have a loss of something and they know it's a feeling. But besides that, please, women love men. Listen, women love to be by them. I see a bunch of women. They love to be by themselves. They dress to the T. They dress to the 90s and they ain't thinking about no man. And they have plenty of fun and they're living their life. They're living their life.
You ladies get it twisted. It's about your self-respect, and no, it's about you.
Hey,
you know,
Sincere, what's up, sweetheart?
You got to get in where you fit in.
What's up, booby?
See, when I was coming up, I'm gonna just be honest. When I was coming up, women who were, let's just say BBW, okay?
Yeah.
They were happy to have a man. And they would do things. They would cook, clean. They would be easy to be with. And my thing is, you know, today ladies don't know what men are wanting, so you end up in side chick roles. But
Everything and
is
nothing
that
at
where
the same
you know,
time.
it's kind of like if a man was not.
High school in Jakarta, sort of modern Sparta. I think I need silence and quietness.
Can he afford to pay can he pay the cost to be the boss, right? Can you be in the primary role?
Yeah. Most definitely.
You can.
Yeah.
Why you say that? What makes you believe that?
Because I was more like kind of physical with my mom. I was my mom where my mom right now she's doing something.
Well, when I say can you be in the primary role, the presupposition is that somebody will pick you to be in that role.
Pick me.
I feel like it's all just lots about self-worth. You know,
How come I keep telling you it's physical with men?
That is so true, King.
yeah.
Okay, so if I keep saying that in the nicest way, I'm trying to get you to understand that
Oh,
you can have all
okay.
the self-worth in the world, but a man still has to pick you, right? If men don't want overweight women, how you gonna get picked?
By bringing stuff to the table, right? Like,
No, by pushing away from the table. Start with your weight. So what I'm trying to understand the disconnect, because I keep saying that men are physical, and it's like every time I ask you, it's like you go right on past the physical and go into the other stuff. Why is that? Do you not believe men are physical?
Exactly,
Visual?
Donna. Hey, Nick.
obviously, like you have to be attracted to the person, of course.
Okay. Let's see if we can do it this way. Now this may sting a little bit, but it's not connecting, so I got to get a little raw. There's the women who are good enough to be on the side and to have fun with, but if a man is going to commit to a woman long term and say, this is my wife, she's a representation of him. So men are going to judge you based on the woman you have.
Huh?
Then men likely want children.
Like women
So
don't want kids. What
if
are you
you're
talking
already
about?
200 some odd pounds, 3 kids, you're gonna be every bit of 250.
So,
Yeah.
This is why, and I don't mean any disrespect, but back in the day, BBW women were side chicks because they couldn't be main chicks. So if you believed what I'm saying is more accurate than not, and a way to getting
no.
the better
Hold
chance
up.
to get promoted to the serious
Hold up.
role of wife was to lose the weight and get fit, to be a dress size.
No, he is absolutely right. But the difference is it wasn't the fact because she was big. The difference between now and then was he really wants the big woman. He really wanted a big woman, but because the other woman is a trophy looking woman, and that's the one he can wear around his arm. So technically, the skinny woman is really the side chick. Big Mama is the real chick. If you're talking about back in the days, because he walked around with her and she got his arm and gone with him places, doesn't make her the main chick. She just looked good with you. But if you was gonna cheat on a big mama, that's because you want the big mama. Because if you a cheater, why don't all your girls be small and skinny? If you don't like big girls, then that means you don't like big girls. Any woman you be with should be a certain size. So if he cheated with the big girl, that means because that's what he likes. That's what he likes. That's what make him feel good. See, the other woman make him look good. The big mama make him feel good. It's a difference. It's a difference. So don't think because you go out the most and he's calling you the main girl and thinking you look so good. Don't think you're the main chick. You just outside. You just outside with him more. That's it.
4'6". Would you do it?
I feel like I would. I did it before. You know, I did do it before. I lost a lot of weight. I feel like I gained it all back because of everything that happened.
Okay.
So
What?
I feel like I would. I did.
Well, and this is the problem I get placed in because people say I'm harsh and mean, but see, women aren't told that you need to maintain a fit figure, and it matters. It matters to men because, you know, men's mate value, what men will choose to have sex with, is low, but what they choose to marry is much higher.
No.
And it's generally the women's, what they choose to have sex with and who they choose to marry tend to be more in line with one another. So let me try to bring somebody else in that's closer to over 35. But yeah, just a healthy lifestyle would help a lot. I mean, because it seems like you have a pleasant personality, but it does matter a lot to us men. And as much as I'm not going to say it doesn't, because as an image consultant,
Oh God.
I hear the truth, I see the truth,
Image
and I see
consultant.
plenty of women who are lovely women, but they can't get the kind of men they want because men don't find them their first choice. I put it that way. Okay, have a nice day, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're a sweetheart. You know, and guys, I try to. You guys also understand that women are. And ladies, I didn't say dress size 4 just to be fucking with you. If a man sees you, he's going to want to see that you can carry another 30 pounds after kids. Let's get it. Let's open the Zoom line. Because I want to hear from the women who are in their 30s or higher. The women in their 30s or higher who think that they don't have to share a man. And I'm like, yeah, man, you're going to have to share a dude. You're going to have to share him and you're going to have to like it. You're going to have to share him and you're going to have to like it if you want to have a chance at being, you're going to have to share him, you're going to have to like it, and then you guys going to have to figure out who's primary. And when I say share, you have to turn off whatever noise is in the background. Okay, that's fine. Just turn off the radio or whatever. Just turn off the radio. How old are you? How old are you? All right. Okay, okay, how old are you?
I'm 43 actually.
Okay. Do you have me on Bluetooth?
I took the Bluetooth off.
Okay.
It's just directly on the phone.
All right. Cool. All right. Let me do this. So, what do you think about the topic? Are you single or are you married?
I'm divorced. I was married for 17 years. I'm single now.
That's what I think. When I'm gonna just tell you, ladies, when y'all start pausing like that, men think y'all lying. Lady, you know you ain't married. Just say I'm single. Okay. So, what do you think about the notion of sharing a man at this age?
He wasn't there.
Yeah, but what do you think about the notion of sharing a man at this age?
I'm single right now.
Yeah, you single, period. What do you think about the notion of sharing a man?
I think
Okay.
I'm definitely in agreement with it. With the idea that there are so many more women than men. In my mind, I feel like women share their men anyway. They just don't know it.
Well,
and so we come up in an environment where we're not, men are not allowed to say or have everything that is older women. We want to say, well, I want him for myself. He's mine. When.
Do you have any children?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any children? Any daughters?
Yes, I do. I have daughters. Yes, I have one daughter.
Is she? How old is she?
She's 10.
Okay. Well, if you understand that you're going to have to share, that's a good thing, because that's far more likely, especially as a divorcee. You got a lot of noise going on. I can't. It's too much. Too much. All right, that's too much. You need to connect your microphone, Eve. Eve, you need to connect your microphone. Look, ladies over 35, you're going to have to share a man. You're going to have to share him, and you're going to have to share him in good faith. Let me tell you what sharing a man looks like. Back when I was on the yard, I'm just be honest.
Please.
Women knew they had to share men. If you went to OU, you had women at OU. You had a woman at UCO or Central State, O State, Langston, North Texas. And you know what? It's fine when you share a woman and she's leaving, coming down the stairs with her duffel bag, and she's saying, "Hey girl, how you doing? Hey girl, how you doing?" But a lot of women think that y'all should be able to get man primary. Y'all don't have enough juice to do that over 35.
Not with him. He don't believe in that.
It's high time that y'all hear this.
He don't believe in that. Real
I don't know what is going on Zoom, but every man can seem to get this. But women just seem to just jump on here and just don't pay any attention. Connect your audio, lady. God damn it. I get frustrated when women just don't follow instructions on Zoom. Because when the guys come to Zoom, they're ready to go. Women just click it and just be sitting there. Come on, Instagram. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are asking to come on. I'm not talking to any guys. Hello, how are you? I can't hear you. Got your Bluetooth on. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? What's your Instagram name so I can see it? Lilybeth. All right, Big Fish, you're going to have to come back because you got your Zoom, you got your headphone on. I can't hear you. Lilybeth, how old are you?
I'm 30.
30. What do you think about this notion of sharing a man?
So, I guess I would question sharing to what extent? Sharing just physically? Sharing
Go ahead.
intimately as well.
What do you mean? Physically, sexually?
You ain't the only one.
Right.
You mean together? No, you don't have to do no threesome. You don't have to do no threesomes, but here's what sharing looks like. You're my primary woman, she's my secondary, and she's my third. So you get 3 or 4 days out of the week, they get 1 or 2.
I think it's doable.
Yeah.
It's doable, and I think to an extent it should be acceptable by most women, because reality is, from personal experience and from myself and my friends, we don't all have it all as far as females.
Well, at 30 years old, you're not to the point to where I'm talking about a lot of women. You still have a little time on the clock.
Oh.
The women I'm talking about really who have to really share are women over 35. But if you want to be married, I would suggest really focusing like a laser on the kind of outcome you want and the kind of men. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Eve, hello. How are you?
Nervous.
Why are you nervous?
because I know the guy that I like is probably watching this right now.
Y'all know what time it is. Let's get this started.
Bree, if you want to make it, you got to make music, shorty.
Okay. How old are you?
30.
All right. What do you think about sharing the man?
I don't think about it. I don't think about it.
Come on
okay
now. Don't go quiet on me now. Don't get quiet on me.
I'm okay with that because if they're gonna mess around with other females, I'm gonna do what I want to do too.
No, that's not how that works.
Okay.
That's not how that works. You share a man and sit your ass down.
Okay.
See, I don't understand why you ladies think it works that way.
Shit.
But please go ahead and tell me why it does. I want to hear, and I'm gonna let you speak. Because this is that whole, if you do it, I'm gonna do it too. Ain't nobody trying to marry you. Ain't nobody trying to marry y'all in mass. Ain't nobody trying to pay the bill for y'all. This ain't just about sex. You can find somebody else to have sex with, granted. Can you find somebody else to pay your rent?
Well, duh.
Yes.
You remember where you are now, right?
Oh, wow.
You really believe that?
Well, I live in a guy's house.
I'm glad you find now.
You really believe that?
I'm glad you find now.
You can. Okay, go ahead. Tell me why.
Well, I'm doing it now, but I mean, I don't depend on men. I work, you know.
And you're how old again?
30.
Uh-huh. Tell me what life is going to look like at 40.
Hopefully,
not having to share
a real estate broker.
Make this shit up. God damn it.
I don't know. On the beach, relaxing, chilling, probably retired.
Okay, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm gonna ask a question. Are you being serious?
Yes.
What state do you live in?
New York.
All right, ma'am, I don't play. Okay, I really don't. I'm doing this for a reason. So
all right,
I want
Kevin.
you to be,
Okay.
Don't, because I'm about to go off on you if you because don't play with me. I got too many other people I'm trying to help, and I don't appreciate when black women get on here and fucking play games with me like we don't have problems in our community. So if this is what you really want to do, just be honest. But don't get on here acting this way because then it makes us all look crazy. Do you really think you're gonna be 40 years old and retired on the beach somewhere?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I'm moving towards that. Like, I got my real estate license. I work at the post office.
Motherfucker. How much money you gonna need to retire, man?
To retire? Hopefully, like.
How much money are you going to need to retire?
I don't know.
Why'd you come on here?
I don't know. Because I was bored.
It's a problem with a lot of you modern women. You understand when shit's serious.
Okay,
I'm asking
Kevin.
you serious questions. I'm asking you serious grown-ass questions. You work at the post office.
All right.
We talking about getting a real estate license and talking about being retired by 40. And I'm asking you simply how much money you need. You say, I don't know.
All right. To retire, hopefully $700,000.
You plan on dying at 58 years old?
Hey, boss lady.
No offense, but are you that, I don't want to say broke, but you know that the average retiree is going to need about $1.9 million to live on between 65 and 85. How you plan on doing it on $700,000 for 40 years. Man, whoever dating this chick, man, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And this is why, I mean, it's not cool that y'all come on here thinking it's just a game.
She belongs to the
I'm
streets.
not thinking it's a game. I'm just.
She belonged to the
I want
street.
you to tell me. You obviously just told me, so.
Man, you said that you could, if he's gonna do what he's gonna do, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. And I'm like, all right, how we got here? I'm like, yeah,
I was just
having sex, but who's gonna pay your bills? You working at the post office talking about you got people paying your bills.
Oh God, that's bad.
You're gonna get a real estate license and make so much money in a few years that you can retire on the beach.
She want to bring you your mail. What you talking about?
I'm gonna ask you, let's turn the heat down a little bit. Where does the Black community get with women who want a life of luxury and ease that they don't earn at a young age? Did your grandmother live this way?
What?
No, not at all.
Did anybody in your family get to retire at 40 years old on the beach?
No.
So where did this come from?
Probably this guy that I was talking to that was like,
Man,
he was like 48 years old. He's like, I want to retire on the beach.
Well, he can retire, but man, he doesn't work. Does he work at the post office?
Yes, he does. But he's been working there for like 17 years, so makes good money.
Exactly. Bye. Okay, yes.
Can't make this shit up, people. Wednesday's broadcast is going to be about the lack of seriousness with the modern woman.
Sincere.
I mean, you know, it's honestly kind of sad. It's honestly rather sad how I don't even care that y'all not serious. It's just like, I'll just say whatever. I'll do whatever. All right, man, that's cool. Whoever seeing, I mean, sorry, if you really dating this, I hope you're not seriously risking sex with her. I hope you're not risking sex with her. Because don't get crazy, don't look crazy when you.
Ask your doctor about Nurtec today.
On October 21st. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. It's
you will be up under the court. All right, Big Fish, I sent it back. I asked you to come back in if you want to. Your microphone's not connected. We're going to ask you to unmute. So if you're, how are you? How old are you? 37. You're right in the target range.
I thought
you're right in the target range. And I'm having a very serious question. That's a very serious question. About women sharing a man. What do you mean can afford it? Oh, no. I didn't say wives. Well, what does he need to really afford? I mean, because let's be honest. I mean, you're 37. You have any kids? Okay, so have you been married? All right, so I don't want to do this if you're a married woman, ma'am. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense because I don't think you're living in the reality. Because you just came. This is for single women. Because married women, y'all live in a different reality. Because if you were to lose your husband, you're not going to be able to go out here and get somebody who's going to marry you with 4 kids, and then that's a different conversation. I don't want to do that. That's different. Okay, have a good one though. Appreciate it. So let's put some caveat. See, but I guess ultimately what I'm saying though is, I think many women drastically overestimate their marketplace value. So let me put it this way: many Black people have played dominoes or spades, and see when you play spades, you cannot go in and talk about, oh, we gonna get 12 books. You gotta bet reasonably. You gotta mute yourself. Hello, Raven. How are you? How old are you? 27. What do you think about the concept of having to share a man after you're over 35? Okay. Oh, and you have any kids? How many kids? How old? So if you were over 35 with a 5-year-old, now maybe 10 years old, and you wouldn't want to share a man, why should a man have to share his money with your kid? Mm-hmm. No, you don't. See, what I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but see, I think it's funny, especially single mothers, y'all vastly overestimate. Your sexual marketplace value is lower than it was when you started. All single mothers. So let's take this out of personal. Let's say you went to a store and something cost $300. And you only got $200 in your pocket. Would you walk in the store and try to buy that? All right, but that's what y'all try to do in the marketplace. You're trying to get men who are like $500 and you got $250 worth of buying power. The older you get, do you think your sexual marketplace buying power increases?
Well, you ain't the only one, Cecilia. You ain't the only one.
All right, so that means you're going to have to be able to get less, right?
Mm-mm.
No, for all women. What makes you special?
Broke men value is low. Because I'm special.
No, but see that. But what does that do? What does it have to do with you?
Try Olay body lotion with vitamin B3 and collagen.
I got a good feeling. Feel it in my bones, gotta shake it out. I'm going harder than before, let me.
That's that wanting to be right.
Because I am right.
Oh, so you'd be the first female in history who she wouldn't depreciate as she got older? How's that happen?
I'm glad he's the hero.
Your man is making 100 and some odd thousand, not 75,000. But I just want, okay, but
100,000 ain't
older,
enough for him to do
what
what he
product
wanna
on
do.
the market gains value with age and use? Not with use. Okay, ma'am, hold on. Black people used to think feelings and facts are different. And I'm gonna just tell you, I get tired of hearing Black women in particular, because you're our women. I don't care about as other women as much as I care about black women. I get tired of hearing black women feel like because they don't feel like or they don't like something that they can dismiss the truth of it. If a non-black woman were to say that, but you're mine, I gotta care that you don't understand that you can't just dismiss it because you don't like the way it sounds.
She said single with their kids, their value
Understand that? We got far too many women who think like you, move like you, because the way you feel, you can just dismiss it. Well, then what man who shares your reflection feels the same way, that your value goes up as you get older? What man on the planet think that way?
Plenty. One who was old.
Well, then if men don't think that way, how are you going to force a man to accept it? Exactly, because it won't work. So, man, your value goes down whether you like it or not. Whether you think that you'll be more valuable 5 years from now with a 10-year-old, you're still a single mother. And and what does that mean? That means it's not his child. That's all that means. It's not his child. Your child is a liability to another man, not an asset. Okay.
That's like telling a woman, if a man pays child support, don't date him. Because his child.
But listen. While that is something that most women would not do, the fact that you still had a child means your womb has been used. You have risked your life to clone another person. That matters to us as men. So it still lowers your value. I'm still trying to understand why you think your value won't go down, and you haven't made a compelling case.
Women don't date men who pay child support. It's not an asset.
But what you're doing though, ma'am, is you're evaluating the market by comparing yourself today to yourself yesterday. Okay? You're comparing yourself to, I'm better than I was, right? But the market is much bigger than you, man. The market is thousands and thousands of women who some were worse than you, some who are far better. A man gets to pick one. And if you had the choice to pick one, you're going to get the best you can, not the one that was better than she was. You're going to get the best. No, you're not. I talk to women every day, ma'am. I mean, I think that's arrogant for you to say, because where do you live? Okay. Due respect, ma'am, I talk to women worldwide for the last. Your attitude is not even right, man.
Oh, well.
So what I'm saying is, this is the arrogance of the modern female. Y'all feel like y'all can just do whatever and say whatever, and it's always gonna be. But if it was all that, why did the man you made a baby with put a ring on your finger? Or then why would you make a decision to have his baby? See? That's what men think about. No, you didn't have to learn. You didn't have to. Ma'am, you live in the West. In the West, it is well known that you should get married before you have a baby. That's not new news. Y'all chose to have sex, but women pay a higher price in sex than men because you risk pregnancy, and you can't undo that. And you can't act like it didn't happen, and you can't act like that it doesn't matter. It matters to men.
So do his kids.
And if he chose not to marry you, what kind of signal does that send to the next man?
He ain't marry his baby
because
mama.
You gave a man the highest gift you can give any man, and you didn't require marriage. So this is why I tell women you don't typically get higher than your baby daddy, because that's where you set your price. Your baby daddy is your price, and it only goes down. Your baby daddy making 6 figures that's fine, man, but it matters about character and all those other things too. He didn't marry you, right? You didn't want to marry you. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And what I'm saying is
Exactly,
to women,
Miss
I'm
Hooks.
talking to you and I'm also talking through you. This is why it would be so much better for most of you ladies to just go finish the families you started. Because whatever you're saying, man, matters to you and that child's father. To the random man in the sexual marketplace, it doesn't mean a goddamn thing. To a random man in the street, in the marketplace, it doesn't matter a goddamn thing. I'll put her interview back up, but they can hear her answer. It doesn't matter. You're coming to a man and saying, hey, Roger, I'm better today than I was. And Roger's like, shit, I just met you today. All I'm judging on is today. But then he's gonna say, well, let me look at your history, just like any other employer. Okay, you had a job that you was fired from. Now that job cost you your future. It cost you this, but you got fired from it, or you didn't get promoted at that job. Why'd you give all this stuff to that job and they didn't promote you? Then you come into and you want me to come over and you want me to pay you more? No. We're gonna pay you what you got paid back there. Because you did it over there, you did that job over there for less money and you worked harder. You ain't gonna come to me 10 years later asking for more money. You're gonna get less money. Because you've already set the market. And that's the point I'm trying to get ladies to understand. Your child's father sets the market for you. And unfortunately, you don't get to move that number around just because you're better than you were. That's what I see the danger with Sierra's prayer and all that stuff, because it makes women think that, well, I can do better.
Yeah.
No, that's not how that typically happens. And how we got here, folks, is the whole notion of sharing a man. And I guess why I'm having this conversation is to let ladies understand that the more stuff you have on your resume, the more you're gonna have to share, the more shit you're gonna have to potentially put up with. And a lot of women don't like that.
No,
so let me go ahead and unmute you. Do you have anything else you want to say, ma'am? I don't want you to go ahead and say. Because you're 30 right now, right?
I'm 27. You're talking to me, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'm 27, but I guess my problem is not necessarily the type of man to get. It's about getting the man to commit, because I've had
You had what? Boss lady.
Yes.
What's up, lady?
Nothing much. I see you, playing our old nemesis.
Because I never see these, so I get to finally see them and do commentary on it.
With this stinking ass. I'm so glad he is not around to spread no more of that garbage. I mean, it's okay to believe whatever you want to believe, but I mean, to just literally just say anything and talk to these women.
Yeah, but you got the mini-me's who picked up, so we're going to have to get on them too.
Yeah, we're going to start to put them on blast.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of them that's copying off of Nature Nut.
We got to get at them too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, baby.
Their own. They don't have children. They never been married. that really will love to be with me, but it's about the commitment. How do I get that man to say, okay,
all right, Donna,
this is who I want?
Night, sweetie.
I'm honestly scared to just go out there and just be like, give him all of me, because I know I have a kid.
Okay, I'm confused. You said, how do you get a man to commit to you?
Yeah, well, because for me, I have several guys who they make good money, they have their own, but how do you choose? Which one do you choose? Do you date all of them at the same time?
Which one is proposed marriage?
None.
They haven't. None of them proposed.
So what are you choosing from?
Which one do you give your time to see if that's the person?
Well, okay, you're confusing me because you're saying you have men. Hold on. You're saying you have men. Hold on. You're saying you have men, and you keep saying their money. So I guess there's a certain caliber. But you're saying they want you, but what if they propose?
As far as marriage, they haven't proposed.
Then why do you know they want you?
They communicate with me. They want to take me out on dates. They want to get to know me.
And that's the link. Okay, you ladies often read stuff into men. If a man wants you, he's gonna tell you what he wants you for. Do you make room for the fact that they only want you for this? To date and have fun?
No, they all would love to marry, but they have to get to know you first.
What do you mean, they all would love to marry? How can you say that?
Because they say it.
They say they want to marry you or they want to be married?
They will marry me. That's my baby daddy lost, is what they say.
I'm not talking about your baby daddy. You talk about these other two men. Say again?
Why didn't he marry you? That's his loss.
Hold on, ma'am. I listen really well. I'm not talking about your child's father. You said you have other men who want to marry you.
Who would love to, yes.
And how do you know they want to marry you? What exactly have they said?
So I have one guy who says, I've been knowing you for a long time.
But you said none. Hold up, sister.
Take our time. One day you will be my wife, but we have to take our time.
How long have you known this man?
12 years.
12 years.
That's called game.
Girl, you making him right now.
It is.
You making him right.
Goddamn, ma'am. You known him for 12 years.
You making him right now.
He don't want you.
He don't.
Man, 12 years. How much? I mean, just take it away from you. Does that even sound reasonable? We need to take our time. How much time you need?
Okay, it sounds reasonable when you're young, and I'm like,
no. You're the one.
You making him right.
I'm trying to help
now.
you. When did people take 12 years to get to know each other 75, 80 years ago?
Oh, God.
Okay, so let's slow down, right?
You better speed up.
Let's slow down what?
Let's slow down, because when he says, I want you to still live your life, I feel like it's selfish of me to try to take that away from you. You're in college, you're young, I'm an older male. I don't want to take your youth away from you. That's selfish, is what it says.
Huh?
That's very selfish on my part. Now that I'm older, he's a little bit more aggressive with letting me know, hey, I want to be with you. You're the person that I want. But now it's like, I got all these other options.
Who got all these other options?
Me.
Girl, I can't help you. I can't help you.
Baby.
Uh-huh.
I can't help you. I can't help you out of this. Yeah, I'm going to take me a sip of my grapefruit.
I'll make you famous.
Oh, God.
I believe you believe that, ma'am. But it don't sound like you. It sounds like all these good companies out here. And they let you take a tour of the plant. They let you take a tour of the office. You got an offer letter? You got a physical offer letter from any of these companies.
Got the keys to the crib.
The answer was, do you have a physical offer letter? Engagement ring.
Just no.
Then you ain't got shit except game.
Hey, I have to agree with him right now.
Your opinion.
No, he's right.
Young lady at the bottom, do you have a different opinion? That's why you smiling, because apparently she's not hearing me. Maybe she'll hear you. What do you think?
I can't help her.
I don't really want to say much, but it's just a lot.
She don't want to say much because she don't want to hurt her feelings. But every time I make a point, she's smiling. You're the only one that's not seeming to pick it up, man. Man, 12 years. A man has known me for 12 years, and you got the baby. He ain't had sex with you, whatever. And then you got all these other men. Well, if that's the case, ma'am, if that's the case, you should never have to settle for anything. Matter of fact, you got a baby daddy that want to marry you. And you got this guy and that guy. You're down in Australia with dingoes and cherubies. But it sounds to me like you full of shit. So like to me, and you live in a fantasy world to where you're the star of your own show. And the sad part is when this movie is over, there ain't gonna be no sequel.
I don't want a sequel.
Good. Die alone.
She got options. She got options, damn it. Yeah, 12. I couldn't help her.
It wasn't enough for Lee Zeldin to.
I couldn't help her. She was like, I got all these men, but not near one want to marry her. But she got an option. Now she would have been better if she would have said, I don't want to get married. She was better off saying that.
I'm sitting here listening to this like, I got all these options. I got all this other stuff.
No. He died on top, baby. He died.
And you wonder why women are.
I mean, he passed away.
I got keys to the crib. Okay. All right. You got keys to the crib. No, you don't need to be. Okay, ma'am. How are you on Zoom? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
All right. So, let's reset from that. Amanda.
But don't you think she still have like a chance?
I hope not.
She just kind of
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Did you not? You heard what was coming out of her mouth?
I did.
No, she's got no chance. Wow. Not with anybody with any sense. I mean, I didn't make her say all that mess. I mean, but I'm asking ladies about sharing a man, and then ma'am, how are you, Randy? No, you don't need to be. Okay, ma'am, how are you? Oh my gosh, you got YouTube playing in the background.
Okay, let me turn it off. Sorry. Okay, I'm off.
How old are you?
I am 38, Godfather.
All right, what do you think about sharing a man at your age?
I don't.
I just kind of feel like it's what's going to have to happen. At this point, I've learned a lot from you just watching you over the past few months, and I used to be one of those women who were delusional, but I appreciate you because you brought me to my senses. So I understand that's pretty much what I'm going to have.
What do you think? What do you think about sharing a man?
I think it's not gonna really work because like women are jealous, and and it probably work if they keep it to themselves and never let her find out. But
where are your people from? Where are your people from?
Oh, I'm American, but I have African.
I mean, what state? I mean, I know you're American.
Oh, California.
California. Where your grandmother from?
Originally from Louisiana.
Okay, I guarantee you went back to Louisiana. Your grandmother, and your great grandmother, they did it. How do you think you get somebody for 30 or 40, 50 years? You from the South. This is where I'm from. This is where this shit comes from. How many people went to Big Daddy's funeral and met a whole another family?
Yes, that part is true. But
women have always had to share men.
Not
like
willingly.
Openly, yes, you feel like my grandma knew.
Because here's the reason I have to share it openly. Because one, if you mismanage your youth to where you get to be in your 30s, that's your problem. So women have a problem with men lying. And I'm just telling ladies, get to the point where you got to share a man and you ain't got to lie. Let me tell you what happened. When I used to be a liar, when I started all that shit in college and I was lying to women, it was stressful and it caused a lot of damn problems. When I started being upfront with women and said, hey, this is how it is. Guess what? You got the option. Let's just say, I'm sorry, Randy. Let's just say Randy's my wife. You would have to get along with Randy. You would like to know, you'd have to at least know about her. If you
Why
decide
you say
you want to deal with
Randy?
me. Or you could choose to
What
deal with
female
somebody
is
who's
Randy?
not me.
What female is
But you
Randy?
can't have me all to yourself.
God, you're starting your
Go
shit.
ahead. We're talking about it.
Get
I
your
know
butt
that
down.
that's probably true what you
Go.
said about, you know, my grandma generation, but
Hmm.
we're kind of in a different generation where women feel like, you know, they have the say so. So
They don't, but they can feel whatever the hell they want to.
yeah.
You can feel whatever you want to. How you gonna make that happen? How you gonna make it a reality?
I know. I just hear I understand what you're saying.
See, the problem is today women want too much.
Oh.
For what you are.
Oh.
Mostly every woman I meet thinks they're the prize. They think they're queens. They think you watch my show, and how many women sit here on this program day in, day out, tell you they deserve a man of value.
Hold on.
And then but 10% of these men available. But 100% of women
You got that right. It's 10% that's available. But let's just backtrack a little bit. First of all, it's not the woman's fault if she shared the man, but that is an old saying. When Pop done passed away, people learned they had more siblings. But number one, the woman didn't know. Number two, the man wasn't straight up like, listen, I got a woman down the block too. You know, he felt that he had to lie. So he never gave either woman a choice. Well, he didn't give his wife the choice to accept it or not accept it. So that was being deceitful. So by that doesn't go with what he's saying. Now, if you want to share, man, hey, that's on you. But it should be discussed. Back in the days, it wasn't discussed. The man just was a cheater. If he didn't want to be a cheater and he wanted more than one woman, he should have just said so. So yeah, because y'all got enough balls now to say, hey, I want more than one woman. Don't make it seem like, well, they were sharing anyway. No, I wasn't sharing nothing. He was sneaking. Sharing is when we come to an agreement. Sharing is okay, this is mine and you can have some. That's no. Them are two different things. Two entirely different things. And only the wife, I don't care who else came to there, only the wife got the money, baby.
They want them. All right. And I'm talking about a man in that category, a top 20%, 15%, 10% man. Why do you let's flip it. Let's put you as a top 10% woman, right? Even better, let's put you as a top 1% woman. Why should you why should you get less? Why should Rihanna be dating a taxi cab driver?
He don't drive a taxi.
But see, y'all understand it when it's that way. And what's more likely gonna happen? The older you get, you're gonna get more money or less? More on the sexual marketplace credit card or less? Go ahead. So Randy, what you think about what I just said?
I agree with you. Like I had to kind of learn that the hard way, though. I didn't always think like that. Like I was all about monogamy, but then once I realized that the guys that I were dating always wanted to put me in their side chick category, I kind of started looking for answers on why that was.
You know who becomes the main chick?
When I stumbled across you.
You know who becomes the main chick? The main chick who understands you're gonna have side chicks. You know where I learned this the most? From educated, beautiful Black women. Professional, educated, beautiful, fit, accomplished Black women. Because you asked them who they were dating and who it is, the pilot, the banker, the this, the that, the da-da-da. And you know what they said?
What they said? What?
There was rules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
I can make me a business with Squarespace. Or it's a class.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Let me tell y'all, women, don't sell your soul for a pocketbook. Don't sell your soul, your dignity, and don't sell yourself for a pocketbook. Don't do it. It's a pocketbook. Let me tell you something. You can sit up there and a man can buy you everything. And you can have the most expensive everything. But when you're not treated right, everything now feels cheap. Like this shirt don't mean nothing no more. I know it's like $1,000 shirt, but it doesn't mean nothing. When somebody make you feel cheap, you would never, I don't care how much money you got, you would never feel it. Because everything got to go together. You got to feel good. So if you feel good, you look good. People think when you look good, you feel good. But when you feel good, you look good. I don't care what you got on. You look good. And I see a lot of women, they go to materialistic stuff and then they think that will make them happy, but it doesn't. And especially when a man do you dirty and he got you all his expensive stuff, but he got you feeling like a cheap lady of the night. Don't sell yourself. So, because people get pocketbooks and rent paid and little trips and jewelry and out. So that means I have to wait till my turn. Okay, 1 week is you, the next week is you, the next week is you, the next week is you. Just like that girl gonna sit up there and say, when it came down to Nick Cannon, and they was telling her to tell Nick to get her a nighttime a nanny. She was like, well, he's my baby's father. He's not a sugar daddy. And I'm like, what? You giving him a little bit too much. No, if you need, I'm not saying she needs a nanny, but the person who said it didn't mean no harm, but she was the one complaining she can't sleep. So the lady was figuring like, well, if your baby daddy got all that money, he should get you some help, which he should. Because the new baby mama is crying. She can't sleep. All of them besides Mariah kids. Because you know Mariah, she got staff baby. She got her own dough. A lot of them, they up all night with them crying babies while Nick out there making the next one. And making the next one. And making the next one. They all stuck home with Nick Cannon babies. Why he doing him? Because he still got to work to feed all them damn babies. And he gonna write a letter, I promise to protect you. You know you got more than one daughter, right? Now, what if both of them, something happened to both of them at the same time? Which one are you going? Which one are you going to? But either way, let's carry on.
Could have chose to marry, man, please. I'm not, and here's the hardcore reality. I'm gonna take y'all off camera. Camera one, here's the reality. The women who I've learned this from over years, smoke y'all. And then you gonna come through with your average, above average, below average self, and think you gonna get better than what women up here who set the market get?
Mm-hmm.
Please. Where in the hell can you go in the store and say, you know what your customer pays, I should get. I work down at I don't want to insult the post office, but I work down at the local florist. My business is just as valuable as theirs. Ma'am, she got an Amex Black. She got a black card. Yes. That's a Walmart prepaid card. Yes. We would rather have her business than yours. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it sounds rude, but it's true. And Randy, I'll be honest with you. More men if you can understand what I'm saying, the spirit of what I'm saying, you'll have better relationships with men. Because honestly, most men don't want to have to manage all these women. They just want women to know if I chose to. So because I'm coming home monogamously to you, you need to be happy and respect that, because it is human nature to where you get comfortable with something, you get contemptuous of it. Comfort breeds contempt. So that's the point. It's not as though all these men want to be having all these relationships. In fact, they want to come home and like I told that woman the other day, she's like, I start to nitpick. And I'm like, well, when you start to nitpick, first thing you do is go jump in the shower, take out the shower, get out naked and look at yourself. You'll stop nitpicking at folks. Let me bring some more folks in here. I'm gonna leave you guys on, but I mean, I'm glad you at least started listening. And Miss Shakira, you know, you don't have to agree, just listen to the arguments. That's all I'm asking you ladies to do. Listen to the arguments.
We listening.
Because I'm not trying to pull the okie doke on women. I'm trying to get you to understand how men think. How men think.
I did listen and I agree, but I was just saying I don't think the women is going to allow that. That's why majority of them
what women won't allow. What women won't allow. Okay, so let's talk about it. We're talking about women who 74% or more, 74% earn less than $50,000. Okay, right? 74% earn less than $50,000. Meaning that when you die, that means you're not going to have enough to retire on. You're going to live basically what, paycheck to paycheck, comfortable. You live in Outback, Applebee's, TGI Fridays, Macy's kind of life, right?
Special Agent Simone Clark, FBI. It's my first day. I'm not 25. I gotta shine right out the gate.
That sounds fine. I'd rather do that than have to share, right? Until you're 60. Until you're 60. Then what happens? At $50,000 when you're 60. Shakira, what do you think?
I don't think it's going to work.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you know what's going to end up happening? Then who are they going to live with?
Yeah, they are going to be single.
No, they can't be single because most won't own a home.
Yeah.
So when you're aged, who's going to be your care? Who's going to be your network? Other women?
I don't want to be in that boat. I don't want to be in that boat.
I didn't ask about being in that boat. I'm saying that you say you don't think women are going to accept it. I'm like, okay, Then what are they going to accept? The golden girls?
Being lonely. That's what they rather be lonely.
It's beyond being lonely. See, what I get to people is I start getting to places that women don't even want to think about. They don't even want to think about it. They're like, I don't even want to contemplate that thought, but you got to. You got to contemplate that thought because you're 32. Are you married?
I'm not, no.
Any children?
One, but deceased.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody seriously vetting you for marriage?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and that's my ultimate point. Marriage ain't about your happiness or loyalty. It is about practicality. If 74% of our women earn less than $50,000 nationwide, and you can't get a man to be loyal to you, then that means you're going to end up what? You're going to have to share your space with somebody. So are we saying are we not speaking for you, but are we thinking that women would actually want to be 200 some odd pounds, 5'4", 3 or 4 women to a house?
No, I don't think they would want to do that.
No, they start, you know what they start doing? Shit, I'd rather go get that dude to work at the post office because I'd rather live with a man. Because you ladies, I talk to women who date men and women. They have sex with women, but they won't date women. And one thing I've heard from these women is dating women has made them understand what men go through. But they gonna share. They gonna share, or they gonna share, or they gonna end up being in spinster villages. Either way, invest in cat food and particle board, yeah. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, man. I'm serious, man, because I know a lot of women are like, I don't want to be doing that. I'm not gonna do that. I won't share no man. And see, the funny thing is, I hear a lot of influencers and people, and I'm just gonna say a lot of people in the industry, a lot of women in the industry telling women, you ain't got to do this, got to stop listening to these Generation X women who are in the industry. They make more money than you do, and they have deeper networks. You can't have the life they're talking about. And I guarantee you, they don't want to go to your life. I cannot see you in the dark. If you come on in the dark, I'm going to bounce you. But I want you to understand how, you're going to start your camera later? You can't be on there. I want you to understand how little the average woman must think of the average man. Just like, I would rather live alone at 60 some odd years old, struggling to pay my bills, knowing that I got a high school, whatever it is I got, I don't have the money to live on. And once I reach mandatory retirement age, I would rather risk dying alone on 50 grand than having to compromise with a man.
Well, if you share a man, you still by yourself.
That's how little so many women think of men.
No, you're gonna share.
It's like a man has no value outside. He can't provide a lifestyle to be monogamous. So I don't know who you are, man, home to me every night. Your audio is not connected. So I keep telling folks that their audio is not connected. Audio not connected. I'm gonna bring some more people in from Instagram. Where'd that song come from? Oh yeah, get mad. Instagram. IG is the place to be. IG in the place. IG is the place. IG is the place. Come on. Unmute yourself. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. What do you think about women sharing men?
Well, where I'm from, that's currently the norm.
Okay. Are you all right with it?
Well, I'm not okay with it emotionally, but it's something that we are accepting.
Okay. Why? What do you mean you're not okay with it emotionally? Explain. So maybe you can teach me something.
Okay, so where we are from is competition.
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Oh,
Exactly.
gosh.
But they're super close, though.
He ain't never had all these damn commercials before.
Nobody lives in an.
He ain't never had all these commercials. Now he got all these commercials.
Small community here in Al-Qaeda. So it's like it comes with embarrassment here.
Oh, okay.
You know?
So it's public.
Yeah.
What?
They don't care because they have the resources to like sustainable treatment.
But why is it embarrassing? Why is it embarrassing though? I don't understand.
It's embarrassing because the men don't care when the women are fighting over them. They just let it be.
Okay. Give me an example of what what the women are fighting about.
So like there are times when you would see accomplished women, very educated women fighting in public about who is spending more time with saying who. And then because it's a small environment, like a small community, like people be talking about it and say, but she has a house and a car and she has her masters and these women don't need to be fighting like this.
Why do you say that?
Right? So you want me to do right like this?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Well,
Because you keep saying that women have money and they're accomplished. What does that have to do with the man? Well, men don't care about that.
Yeah, they do.
so the men
Yes, they do.
but then all the people, the onlookers,
You know what?
You mean the onlooking women? The onlooking women?
the onlooking women and the people.
Yeah. So why did so what you're
You know what, boss lady? Where you at, boss lady? But either way, I had a friend of mine, right? And he was sitting up there talking about, men don't care about that. Men don't care about that. And I'm saying to myself, every time a man say that, they don't care. Unless you like rich, unless you like an artist, or you got a business, and you making your pockets are long. Men usually don't say that because it's nothing like a 2-income household. It's nothing like it. And your woman probably gotta, if she has a baby, if she wants to be there for the first 5 years or whatever, for the kids to go to school. But usually men say that is we don't care, but you're living with your girlfriend. How you don't care when none of you, all the men who say that don't have their own. They do not have their own. But it sounds good. It sounds really good though. It sounds good. We don't care about all that. Well, show me your penthouse keys. Show me your mansion. So that I want to know that you really don't care. Well, let's go.
What you explain is women need to get your shit together. Because you don't care about what men don't care about that. And it seems to me y'all are more motivated by the onlooking women.
Yes.
Where's the man? What is the man doing?
He like the man doesn't care. He just feels like
You saying the man doesn't care, ma'am. You saying the man doesn't care. And I'm not understanding that. What I'm hearing is one woman is arguing with another woman and women are watching it.
that is true.
Okay, where's the man? So what should the man do?
What should he do? He should go off on control on every woman that he is providing for, so that it will just get of himself.
He should do what? He should do what?
Like get up on control on these women that
So what kind of control are we talking about?
I mean, rules like, okay, I'm taking care of her and her, so you don't need to be. I mean, these men, they don't be honest then.
Hold on, ma'am. Now you're starting to talk. Now you're starting to sound like you're full of shit.
Oh my.
I'm telling you why. Because 1 minute you're saying that these two women are arguing and then women are watching. And then you said these men don't care. And I'm like, well, what are the men doing? If these women wouldn't be arguing in public, hold on, listen. I listened to your story. And you said the man needs to sort of form a control. And I'm like, what kind of control? You said rules. Rules like what?
You're the wife and you are the mistress, so out to you.
They know those things. Oh, no, ma'am. There is a wife and then there's a mistress, right? They know those things. See, what you're trying to do is blame men for women's bad behavior. When it's ultimately, see, it's always the man's fault. If you're the wife and she's the mistress, why are you as a wife fighting with a mistress in public? If you're a mistress, why are you fighting with a wife? You know your roles. I'm asking. We're having a conversation. I'm asking.
I don't know why they complete, but there is a point where the wife doesn't like it and she's with the mistress.
You're still not making any sense. She's the wife. The other woman's the mistress.
But she doesn't like the mistress. Okay, the wife doesn't like to hear it, but the mistress doesn't mind hearing it.
And that's the ultimate point. So the whole notion is that's what you're really getting to. Y'all don't like this. You just got to deal with it. You know what he could do? He needs to fire his wife and get another one. So y'all can learn when you become the wife, you can get fired. And I get you wives will start acting better because you've already said she's the wife. You're the highest ranking woman, right? What's there to argue about? But you still say the man should do something. And I'm like, what's he supposed to do? Get some control. How? And also what she's saying is don't do it. Don't do it so your wife won't feel like she has to argue with the mistress. No, they need to act better.
Act right now.
Are you married?
No, I am.
Would you be cool with sharing your husband? Be honest.
Probably after a certain age.
How old are you again?
I'm 32.
So what age would that be?
I'll be around 55.
She's at 55.
No, 55. 55.
She's at 55.
Are you crazy? 55. About 35. See, this is a perfect conversation. This is a perfect conversation. It's right here. A 32-year-old unmarried woman, and you say I wouldn't feel comfortable tell them 55. No, man. No.
At 55.
I'm just, but no, I don't think you do. And that's the thing, y'all ladies think your value's too high. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have kids.
Do you have anybody seriously vetting you for marriage right now?
I am in a partnership right now. Somebody that I'm working with, you know about me getting married. Yes, sorry.
I don't know what a partnership means. What
She
does
a side chick.
mean?
She a side chick.
We have goals. We are working towards those goals.
You a side chick.
Do you want to be married?
She's a side chick.
No, not anymore.
Is this a male partner?
Yeah.
Why does this make more sense than marriage?
Because I would have.
She's a side chick.
Disappointed in my previous relationship, so I said, okay, it's better for me to work towards goals than say, okay, let's get married.
Nursing home.
So you make the man in your present pay for mistakes in your past.
Nursing home.
You have a point, probably.
And this is why these women argue, because y'all get zip damn crazy. Y'all aren't in y'all's right mind. And y'all expect men to fix this shit.
Fix it.
And I'm saying this because women today at 32, y'all aren't serious. I'm a partner, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, what is this partner? And now this new age bullshit.
Yes.
So gentlemen, it's not your fault because they don't know how to act. One was the wife, one was the mistress. You don't want to be married, but you won't be in a partnership. Ma'am, if you're in a partnership, you're gonna be. He's probably fucking somebody else right now. You don't got no. You got nothing. You got nothing to say about anybody in the partnership. Once you are 32, at 55, you're gonna have cats. Because one of the things y'all ladies don't seem to realize is once you age out, you don't go back. You as young as you ever gonna be, and as older you get, the more your value goes down sexually. Sexual marketplace value. So I suggest you think long and hard about what it is, this partnership shit it is. Because might as well be a baby mama for all that concern. Hello, how are you? Though, something to think about though. Appreciate it. Bye-bye now. Good for you though. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine here.
I'm all right. How old are you?
32.
32. Any children?
Yes.
All right. Would you consider sharing a man?
I I'm glad you asked that because at this point in time, yes, and no, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Age out, right?
Why is it at this point in time?
Because I come to realize like either you're going to be willing to share 'em or you're not. Either way, a male is going to do what he want to do, and as a female, what are you trying to control them? And don't get me wrong, every female that I listen to, that's why I got up out my bed and was praying that you would answer me. I used to be that until I started conversating with this guy. He really opened up my mind, and like you tell me, I can't.
My
be
mind
mad
open.
With, every other male because I decided to lay with broken males, and they broke me. At first, it's real hard trying to accept when someone is telling the truth, but once you're clear-minded and you move past, you get how can I put it?
Well, let me just say this. Between a man and a woman, there is always a special understanding that nobody else will know. And that's why I once was like, let the lady from Ghana speak so long. Y'all worry so much about what the world thinks. Right. Instead, y'all should be worried more about what you and that man got. Hold on. What's your name, Rita?
Rita.
Rita, how are you?
Rita, that's
I'm
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. How old are you?
Is that you, Rita?
We're celebrating Raymour & Flanigan's 75 years with savings during our anniversary event. Shop special pricing on our anniversary collection. 75 pieces.
Is that you, Rita? Are you talking to KS? Let me find out.
All right, you know the subject on the table. Sharing a man. What do you think?
I would.
Is that you?
Be open for the option because we're sharing men anyways, whether we know it or not. And I would be open for the option if he was my husband.
You got any children?
Being side
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 4 grown daughters and 2 grandkids.
Well, what's the likelihood of you getting a new husband?
My chances are, my percentage is low.
I know. Girl, you better go out and get your man.
The question is because you were doing well, and you said I would be open to it, which is I really don't like it, but I consider it.
No, that's not true.
Hold on. What you basically said is I would be open to it, provided I got the kind of deal I wanted, and the deal would be that I'm married. So a man would have to come and pay the highest. That's the highest thing we could offer a woman is marriage, right?
Yes.
All right. Why would a man need to marry you at 40 with 4 kids?
He wouldn't.
Right.
He wouldn't have to marry me.
So my point is, you ladies don't seem to understand that your value, you can't demand these things as much anymore. So a better answer, a more realistic answer is, yeah, I'll share, because it's better to have one than not. Is it better to have a part of a man than a whole nothing?
A part? I want a whole nothing.
That's my question. Rita, at the age you are and the age you're getting to, is it better to have part of a man or a whole nothing?
A whole nothing.
Part of a man.
I take a whole nothing.
You can't say put marriage on it because you're divorced, right?
Nope.
Yes.
How long you been divorced?
2.5 years.
All right, so you've already done that. And most men who are, well, I don't want to say that.
She got a girlfriend.
It depends on the socioeconomic category.
She got a girlfriend.
But that's ultimately what I'm trying to get you to say. Now, what's Mrs. E? I say the same thing. Is it better to have part of a man or a whole nothing?
A whole nothing.
Part of a man.
What you gonna do with a part?
Why do you think so many women, even though they
what he gonna do with
logically
a
know
part
and
of a
understand
man?
that,
What part? That part of you?
or resist that concept so much when they talk out in public. Because there are women who gonna hear y'all and be like, "Oh hell no, I'd rather have a whole nothing."
Well, I believe
You damn right. I said a whole
because,
nothing.
As women, we were taught that a man owes us something.
Boom.
So, and we were taught that he owes us all of him.
Yep.
So that's what we believe, and that's what we're banking on.
Thank you. You were taught that a man owes you something, and he owes all of you, and that is true when we get you first, and we're married to you. When we get you when you're in your prime, and you have less, I don't want to say miles, but less interactions with men. Yes, that's when you can ask that high price. That's what I was trying to get the other woman to understand. But as life goes on, women still want that first price on, arguably something that's not as pristine. And that's not rude, it's just what it is. So I'm glad you said it, because ladies, you believe we owe you everything, all of us, and we don't.
And these days and time, we're not producing what we're asking for.
Well, and here's the thing.
Stop trying to make sense.
That's a level of awareness that I think that's going to be too hard for most people to get to. But I'm saying that, yeah, men nor women are made of the stuff that used to be made of. But I would think it would be better to share a little time with somebody, a little bit of time we got left. I'm like, why do you women selfishly holding it for? I'm like,
what do you mean? I'm not sharing. I bring me to the table, and I got happy, baby. What do you mean? What am I bringing to the table? You got to have a whole house to ask me what I'm bringing to the table. You got to have a whole entire house. You got to have a whole lot of something to ask me when I'm bringing to the table. And then, for some women, it's hard to answer that question because we bring so much. It's like men, I don't know, men realize we bring so much to the table. Sometimes it's hard to answer because we the teacher, we the preacher, we the psychologist, we the pillow. We X you up. We do so much. We the preacher, the teacher, your friend, your consultant. We let you put your head on our shoulder. We cook your food. We your chefs. We the damn cleaner. We do it all. We do it absolutely all. So how do you answer what you bring to the table? Well, goddamn, it's a whole list here. I have a whole list of what I bring to the table. Sure. But you better have a whole house. You better have everything I want in that house to ask me what I bring to the table. And you better have built the damn house with your own hands. Exactly. We give everything.
Well, he's trying to act like the man just has to be there. He don't have to. You got to bring and make and build him up and all this. It sounds like what he's saying.
No, what I'm saying, we do that. So, we do that, and that's what they do. So, that's why I said you gotta have a hell of a lot of something to ask me what I bring to the table. You better have a house. You better have made it yourself, because we do all that naturally. We do, unless you got like a narcissistic woman or a Jezebel woman. Regular women do it naturally. So when you ask someone what she brings to the table, and don't let her have, intelligent, and don't let her have a job, but everything we do it naturally. Baby, you hungry? Oh, you got a fever, you got a cold, let me make you something. You know, we do all this. Majority, especially if you're a good woman, especially if you're a good woman, we bring everything to the table naturally. So I don't know where they get that. What you bring to the table? God damn it, everything. Catch a cold. I make you some tea. Put you in your shoulder cry on. What you want to clothes wash? You know,
We bring the table, set the table, and run the table. How about that?
Let me tell you something. If a man asks me what I bring to the table, he better have that table and everything, the refrigerator fold up and everything. Listen. And that's like, now you gotta ask a man what he's bringing to the table. See, women don't know how to, we gotta switch it up. What you bringing to the table? You got like a 1-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. You know, like, what are your hobbies? Can your hobbies make you money? I don't mean no hobby far as golfing and stuff like that. I mean, like, being that he likes speaking about back in the days, a man had a job and his hobby was like maybe fixing boilers or a plumber or a painter or a handyman or fix cars. You know, them type of hobbies, they got paid extra on the side. I ain't talking about no play hobbies. I mean extra money hobby type of stuff. That's right. You better always know your worth. Always know your worth. And then it's really sad to see women that, to me, that feel defeated. Because some of these women sound defeated, like, I'm going to have to just accept it. No, you don't. You don't have to just accept it. You don't. Especially as you get older. Like I said, our sex drive go up, theirs go down. Even though y'all can still make babies and stuff, even after menopause, we get menopause. Even though when we can't even make no more babies, our sexual drive is still up. Y'all's are down. So when y'all get them young women, that's when the roles gonna change. And then it's gonna be like, well, you know she's gonna cheat, right? She's gonna cheat. Because if you're already older when she got you, imagine, everybody can't take that blue pill. All of y'all can't take that blue pill. It ain't for everybody. That all depends on if you have any health problems. So if you is already 40 and want a 20-year-old, by the time she's 40, you are 60. Do you know that's when she's at her peak? When she's 40? You are now 60. So you gotta do a hell of a lot to keep up with her. Because at that point in time, she can go get her a young buck. Because, honey, that over 40 cat ain't nothing to play with. That drive when you over 40 ain't nothing to play with, baby. Ain't nothing to play with. So you better make sure at 60 and 65 that thing still get up, or she gonna be the one cheating. And any other woman you got, they all young, they all gonna cheat. They all are gonna cheat on you. The tables always turn. God said, whoever's, I'm gonna put it in my own words, who was last shall be first. What is first shall be last. So yeah, you may be winning now, but the tables always turn. That's why you got to be very careful what you say and what you do, because the power is in the tongue. We already know the power is in the tongue. So don't pat yourself in the back and stuff like that. Because even if you are a billionaire, that money don't make you happy. Look at Queen Elizabeth. She was doing just fine until her husband passed away. Now all of a sudden, the lady there's no limit on what that lady owns. There is some stuff that lady has no cash value. It's just a value, but there's no cash value, but there's a value there. But it just can't put no number to it. Only the most they can do is give it away. They can't even sell it because these are like a lot of ancient things that they stole. They stole from different places that they were at. So a lot of stuff been in their family for so long that they stole that how do you price it? But none of that meant nothing. Once her husband passed, she went right with her husband. So you can't say, okay, money will make somebody stay. Can't say because somebody got money. Once you get 60-something years old and you decide to have more than one woman, you have to still satisfy all the women. That's why that lady left. I forgot what show was on, but that show with that man with the 4 wives, the white guy, boss lady, I don't know his name. I don't know if you know the show I'm talking about. But
Sister Wives.
Sister Wives?
Yeah.
And you know that one, the one he was married, spiritually married to for 26 years was like, bye. I can't do this no more. I ain't gonna be lonely with a man. Like, and what can the sisters do for you? They can't lay in the bed with you. I mean, they can, but you know what I mean. They ain't laying in the bed with you. They ain't doing nothing with you because everybody's hetero. This ain't no carbonation mess where everybody's sleeping together. No.
Those women all had separate houses and everything.
Exactly. So if I'm gonna be in my, like you said, separate house, and I'm lonely, bye. They get a certain age, bye. So people sitting up there talking about, oh, these young, they want all these older women. I mean, they want a bunch of women. Okay, what you gonna do when we already seen it? Well, he's already passed, so I ain't gonna joke on him. But you know the joke I had, but I am not gonna do because he's passed. We're gonna respect that. But usually when men get that age, you better have one woman. How often you gonna take these blue pills? Because remember, their sexual drive went up. So how you want to be that age still satisfying these women? And once they're not satisfied no more, they are leaving. That's the part that you're forgetting. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care. The same way. And remember, everything tables turn. That man be rich. Tables turn now. We don't care about, like they said, when a woman have a job and working, and they said, well, a man don't care about your money, they don't care about your job. But guess what? When you get older, same rule apply to you. I don't care about your money. I don't care about your job. You ain't satisfying me. I feel lonely. You ain't taking care of me. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. Then they start looking at that pool boy or the gardener or something like that. So you gotta be careful. Be careful what you put out there, baby. Be very careful. Because the tables always turn.
I mean, we're in their 40s talking about I'm a born again virgin. What the French? What? You better do something with that joint before we cleanse needs to be. Anyway, y'all, I don't want to go there. But ladies, I'm glad y'all actually dropped some knowledge on these women because, they don't always hear me. And, and here's the thing. Let me put y'all back on camera. A man, honestly, would rather deal with a woman with your kind of spirit, and you can get actually more out of a man just because you're reasonable. Just because you're reasonable, a man be like, I could step out, but let's go ahead and watch American Gangster and order pizza. We just need y'all to know that we still got the juice or whatever. That's what men really need women to know. It ain't that they want to act on it. It's just want to treat him as though he could do that, and you appreciate the fact that he could be doing that. But all right, that's all, ladies. I appreciate it.
Right.
Y'all encapsulate that better than I could.
You have a good night.
Yeah, boom. That's what shit. I can end the show right there. When Rita said women think we've been talked about, we owe y'all everything. We don't. We don't. And it's not as though men don't want to give you stuff, ladies. It's the fact that y'all want everything all the time. Let me see if I can bring somebody else back on here. They like to set up where we do Zoom and Instagram. Hello.
Yes, how are you?
How are you?
I'm well.
Cool. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Oh.
That's some nasty milk. He's full of commercials, boy. Oh God.
Yes, that's right.
What is your name?
Monica,
Okay, so what do you think about the concept of this whole notion of sharing a man?
I believe that the way a lot of women was raised contradicts like what reality is. And I say, I think about how my parents raised me. So my dad raised me to think a man is supposed to do X, Y, and Z. My mom raised me a certain way. So growing up, I was conflicted and what a true man. But the way I was able to see it, I look back at my grandparents' relationships. And both grandfathers had 2 families, possibly a 3rd family with one of my grandfathers. So I say that to say what we're taught is not what it really is, and I see that for my life as well.
And see,
so it's possible to share a man.
And see, women today will hear that and say, women back then were fools and this. No, women back then were happy. They were happy because their happiness was, see, the problem today is women were told that a man is supposed to make you happy. No, we're not your entertainment. Your family and your connections are supposed to make you happy. That's what women in the East understand. You get a man, and from that man, you get his family and you get your kids. And from that's what makes you happy and fulfills you. And that's what that other lady said. You were taught we're supposed to give you all of us and everything. And we can't keep you occupied and that's up. So now do men need to go out and make other families? I'm not gonna go that far. That happened, but I'm not gonna go that far. But I will say that I think that women need to understand that it is not a man's job to keep you entertained.
Sure.
So, how old are you again?
I came in like back in the days as well.
How old are you again?
I'm 31.
You have any children?
Yes, I do have a son.
Okay. Were you? How old is he?
He's 6.5 going on 13.
6.5 going on 13. Were you and his father married, or y'all just?
Well, we had a domestic partnership.
Okay. Do you want to be married one day?
Yes, I do.
Do you want any more kids?
Yes, I do, actually.
All right. Well, I would tell you that, it is far more likely to get the outcomes you want the more realistic any woman is. The more realistic any woman is, it is far easier for a man to sign up for that. And especially when you're coming into it with an understanding of what you bring to the table. So thank you for that. I'm going to bring somebody else in. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I think it was, the fact that people used to have, I'm not saying, ladies, man gonna have family on the other side of town. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that no matter how you slice it, especially the Black community, we think about the good old days. We think about the model for what worked. You go back to your grandparents and your great-grandparents. And you got to go back and get all of it. You can't just go back and get the 50-year marriage. You got to go back and get the understanding that men and women are different. A man's responsibility to you as a wife, especially if you're of childbearing age, is to children. Look at Game of Thrones. Robert Baratheon and Cersei. As toxic as they were, one thing that no one can say about Cersei is she did not love her kids. And even though they did not come from Robert, they came from Jaime, but as far as Robert knew, they were his kids. Her kids were her life. Ladies, your kids, your family, your network is supposed to be your life, and you're supposed to honor your husband for giving you the spark, a seed of life.
Huh?
So you honor one another. So once the kids are grown, you still paying that off.
Huh?
This is the problem. So many women who
What?
did not get the right message, and they become man's land at 36 plus, talking about they want strict monogamy and this and that. You're like, well, I'm not gonna pay the highest price possible for that. So let's see. Do we have any more people on Instagram? Let's see. Do we want to bring? If we want to bring anybody, let me see. I'm gonna open up this one again. I'm gonna open up. Let me open up Instagram comments. All right, comments are going. Look, man, ladies. I'm not talking about public humiliation and embarrassment. I understand. I want that to be clear. So let me say this. We are not talking about you walking around publicly humiliated and embarrassed. That is not this. What I'm talking about is listen to the song, No Pain, No Gain. Go back to some of those songs in the 80s. Betty Wright talking about, you may have him now, but he's mine. Women used to know and understand that as the wife, I'm primary. Why do I have to argue with mistresses or side chicks? And side chicks are supposed to be cool with being side chicks. They're supposed to be with three of y'all, a wife, a mistress, and a side chick. So ladies, how many men you want to share with? How many of y'all ladies want to go? Hold on, Kevin. We know the role of the wife, but what's the role of the side chick? The role of the side chick is to provide an oasis, because what he has with his wife is serious, it's real. And the side chick is supposed to be fun. She's supposed to be fun. Go back to The Sopranos. It's supposed to be fun. You go to dinner, you go to movies, you meet another. You get all the fun, but it's short term. Okay? You're supposed to send the man back to his wife happy. And therein lies the rub. Many wives know about the mistress and respect the mistress because he comes home happy after he leaves. Especially men of value. You got the man, you got the wife. Her job is to be a part of the legacy building. Her name is on the policies. Her name's on everything. She is the woman that needs to be smart. She's the woman that she doesn't need to be the knockout. She needs to be substantial as a woman because this is who you're breeding with. You're making everything. This is your children. That's why men go down in looks to go up on cooperation. And this woman can understand that we are together. Then there's the executive assistant, the work wife. She keeps everything on track to where they can keep making money. And often the wife and the work wife know one another. Many executive assistants have helped coordinate and do things for the family stuff. Is he having a relationship with his executive assistant? Most of the time, no, because it's too important, but they're close. Then there's the mistress. The mistress is known about by the executive assistant, Pepper Potts, and the wife knows you likely have a mistress. The thing is, no public embarrassment, and you do things for her. She get a bag, she get some fragrance, some shoes, but you ain't buying her no houses and shit. You don't do no stupid shit like that because she's short term. Well, short term, let me qualify that. A 1 to 3 year mistress is different from a 3 to 5 year mistress. And a 5 year plus mistress, that's that Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates stuff. They come in different varieties. And it will be better to have a longer term mistress because it's almost like having a sugar baby. She got an allowance, there's a certain amount. You have to have money to do this though, because you cannot bring that shit to your house. I don't mean you gotta have big money, but you just gotta be able to fund that. But this woman is actually, oh shit. This woman right here would likely marry a high value man because she was a mistress to a high value man. Don't get mad at me. I didn't. And then there's the fun girl. Yep, there's the wife, the executive assistant.
Join AARP for $12 for your first year when you select automatic renewal.
That's exactly what it is. That's the dangerous one. That's the dangerous one because some of you guys have too much fun with your fun girl and you end up breaking your own rules. And if you have too much fun with your fun girl and you blow up your shit because you mismanage it, that's on you. I ain't lying, man. I'm not lying. It's too much damn juggling. You save your money. Let me say this. Milton Ventures and Corp. Too much jam, I'm saving my money. No offense, bro. And I mean no disrespect. You guys always talk about this money shit. I'm talking about men who got far more money than you will ever have. This is what they do. How can I say this? God, I don't want to say this and sound wrong because it's going to come off wrong. Guys, if you're not touching $400,000 or more, stop talking about your money. Really? You got to have fuck you money. Okay? To be talking about money. You got to have fuck you money. Walk away money. Okay? Okay? So you do yourself, and why I say that is because men who have money, like who have money to worry about it, don't talk about the kind of stuff y'all talk about. And honestly, and this isn't towards you, my friend, okay? So don't take offense. Honestly, you show yourself as not being ready because if you say that around men who have money, they'll be like, yeah, he's on his way. He may be on his way, or he's young, he's not ready. They don't worry about that shit. They really don't. Look, man, women are valuable. And I think y'all need to understand what a woman's value is. Why is it feminine, beautiful, inspirational? Women have a muse-like effect on a man. Your money ain't shit. You know how many guys I know who I talk to every day who make money, but they don't have relationships. You don't have to juggle. Make money but don't have relationships. They want relationship. You don't have to juggle if you're not lying. See, juggling is some shit deceptive men do. I've been there. That's fuckboy shit. That's loser shit. If you don't lie, you don't gotta juggle. The truth is the easiest thing to remember. And you don't have to be rich to do all this other stuff. What you need to do is understand the value you bring to your wife or your significant relationship, and the value and what you do with your executive assistant or your assistant. That's different. That's more creative energy. This is much more consistent family legacy energy. And what you do with your mistress or your side chick is different. It's just like, let me give you an example.
That's right.
You are who you are.
Show them how to cheat.
But on YouTube, your behavior on YouTube is different. Your avatar is different. Your screen name is different, and your algorithmic behavior is different because you use the platform in a different way. It's still social media. If you have Facebook, you're different on Facebook than you are on YouTube. If you have Instagram, you are different on Instagram than you are on these two. If you have Twitter, you're different on Twitter than you are on the other three. If you're on TikTok, you're different on TikTok than the other four. And if you're on LinkedIn, which you should be, you're different on LinkedIn than the other five. You're the same person, but in all these social media platforms, you have a different way of being. And the same thing with these women. You have a different way of being with all of these women. Which is the real you? The TikTok you, the LinkedIn you, the Twitter you, the Instagram you, the YouTube you, or the Facebook you? Which is the real you? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. Which is the real you? They're all the real you. And you better understand something else too. Oh, yeah, I don't want to go, man.
What they need to understand. That's right. Teach them how to cheat. Teach them how to cheat, damn it.
All right, let's do it. You better also understand something. Your woman, she got more than 6. She got about 18. She got about 18 different hers. That's why they wear wigs and fingernails and all that. And you ain't it. You ain't it. Neither am I. Don't be so goddamn arrogant to think you can fulfill every one of her desires. You cannot fulfill everything that she is. Yeah, you motherfuckers. Oh, you're not. You're not. I wasn't. You may be her husband. She may have sex with you one way, but she really likes to get her hair pulled and doggies that boy, from a sociological standpoint and a psychological standpoint, you gotta understand human beings are complex. But what's consistent about all of this is relationship. And you are better off to your spouse, your significant other, whatever you choose to call it, when you are connected to the world. Money is not a fucking connection. People are. Balance is life in the real world. Life is about people. Life happens out there. What we do in front of one another is balance. And if you can't be in front of one another, you're out of balance. All right. Thank you, Instagram. Appreciate you guys. Tomorrow, Instagram only. Oh, focus groups. Hold on, wait. Focus groups.
Well, that was a great conversation. It was a great conversation. With some of the girls, I couldn't help them. Some of them, it's the world, or what to me, it sounds like the women some women, they just feel defeated. Like I can see if you grew up like that, or got polygamy, or believe in certain religions that have more than one wife, but You women do not. And the way you women sound like you're defeated. So I'm going to throw the towel in and forget. Whatever I don't know, don't hurt. Or I do know, and I don't care. I'm defeated. I want a piece of a man. A piece. Go ahead, boss lady.
Yeah, it don't seem like they're really grounded. I mean, why are you out here grasping for straws? And if you are this confident woman that they say they are, and I'm looking for this and looking for that, then you should be grounded enough to not have to sit there and have somebody put you down for what you want. Outrageous. They shouldn't even came up there if they, I'm looking for, a good man. I'm this, I'm that. Okay, so you already know what you are. Why do you need to come and tell the world that you got this older guy to guide you? Come on now. Outrageous. These some of them women really do need to evaluate their own self. I'm gonna have to agree with him on that.
That's why I said when you listen to it, like now that we can really get a chance to, do our job and commentate
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand it a little bit more now.
But far as like he was basically trying to say two at the same time. That doesn't mean that the man is going to cheat, but he should have the option. Like I think the point of this is saying, give the man the option. And if he takes the option to do so, long as you're taken care of, give him the option. I'm like, my thing is, why be in a relationship? Women hit and quit too. So ain't nothing wrong with having a hit and quit relationship. Like, I see you and I see you. It's a booty call because you know what I like. You can do that. Why call somebody mine if you ain't mine? I don't see how we can share and say that's mine. If that is mine, then even if you're sharing it with somebody, then that means they got to give it back. But I don't want it back. I don't know what you did to it. Once you give something to somebody, you can take it, but to say the word, that's my man, that means me. Now, it's different if you said that's our man.
Right.
Then that means he belongs to us. But why even go through all of that? People make life really much harder than what it's supposed to be. Men, if you got money, you could pay to play. Pay to play. But don't sit up there and have some woman fall in love with you and you're telling her, that it's about her and it's only about her. But you have money and you got plenty of options. And every city and state you go into or wherever you go, you're going to have punani thrown at you. Do you have fun and do you? Like Leonardo DiCaprio, but we hear about him all the time with women and younger women, but we don't hear about him cheating. Once you get a certain age, when you get a certain age, Leonardo gonna drop you for another younger woman. Just you want to age out. I think he likes them like 25. I think by the time you're 26, your ass is out. But the thing is, you put that. You bring that to the table. Bring that to the table. Well, my thing is you can pay to play. You got all them thoughts over there who looks really good. And they into the same thing you into. You just mad because you won't be her number one. See, that's where the problem is at. Men wants to be your number one while they have options. Until the tables turn. Because the tables will turn. Either way, we are done. Oh, tonight, boss lady came in right in on time.
Yes, ma'am. I wasn't gonna miss that.
Yeah, so I like to have these type of conversations and these type of topics and stuff. But either way, I was so busy all day today. That's why I came on so late. I started to lay down, and then I wasn't tired no more. But either way, I see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. See you. Well, I can still say see you tomorrow, boss lady, but technically I'll see the rest of you guys later. But boss,
Right.
it ain't 12 o'clock by her yet, so I can say I see her tomorrow.
Yeah, it's still early.
All right, guys.
All right, love you guys.
All right, you too. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't leave it. If you would leave it down there. If you got something to say, leave it right there in the comment section. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.